Hey, everybody. Adam Davidson, RadCast for Wednesday, May 17th. Listen to this interchange between Jesus and the religious leaders in John chapter 10. He's having this conversation with them about the fact that he is the Messiah. And they say to him, give us a sign or just tell us plainly if you're the Messiah. And he says, I did tell you that I was the Messiah. I'm telling you I am the Messiah, but you don't believe me. He says, I'm even doing these great works in the name of the Father, and you still don't believe me. He says, I and the Father are one. They pick up stones to throw them at Jesus because that's basically blasphemy in their eyes. He says, what are you going to throw stones for? I've been doing nothing but good works. I've been doing nothing but the good stuff. And they say, well, we're going to throw stones at you because you're a blasphemer. And then listen to what he says to them. He says to them, listen, I'm telling you, I am God's son. Do not believe me unless I do the works of my Father. But if I do them, even though you do not believe me, believe the works, that you may know and understand that the Father is in me and I in the Father. And that's the word of the Lord. So here's the quick thought for today. As we go about our daily business, we are here on this earth to glorify God, to love Him, to love and serve others, that this is what we do. We do not exist for ourselves. Parents, grandparents, employees, students, friends, members of the community, we do not exist solely for ourselves. You exist ultimately for the sake of God and others. You're third. This is really the path to a full and wonderful life. As we live this life of self-sacrifice and serving others selflessly, fearlessly, completely, totally, we glorify God. And sometimes in our minds, we're thinking to ourselves, I'm going to do this because I want to be a good witness for the gospel. I want to show people that Jesus is real. Or maybe you have spiritual conversations with people, and that's an act of service for you as well, just to bridge the gap between them and the gospel. And these are all good things to do. But here's the one thing to remember as we represent Christ in a broken and needy world, that we're not trying to get people to believe us, the followers of Jesus. We're trying to get people to believe that Jesus is the Messiah. That ultimately is for them to believe between them and God, not them and us. Do you know what I'm saying? It's not up to us to get them to believe us or me. It's up to us to represent and to bring the light of Jesus to the world and to hope and to pray that in their hearts they are stirred to the point where they believe that God is the Father and Jesus is the Son. And of course, can't forget that the Holy Spirit is the Holy Spirit. So don't say to yourself, I hope they believe me, but rather, I pray that they believe Him, the testimony of God. And perhaps I get to be a part of that. Maybe so. That's RadCast.